Cara, and it's currently super late, so the lighting's a bit awkward. Technically, I was taking my shoes off. Technically, I wanted to film this afternoon, but got distracted in my roommate's room, my housemate's room, playing Mario. My hair is a mess. I literally just brushed the end to make it look more reasonable. But it is the 2nd of September as I'm filming this, and I bought a book today, which I've been waiting on, which was what was putting off this book haul because it was not around in the stores when it should have been, and I wanted to film it with it on there. So let's get started with my August book haul. So first off, this month I did buy some books while I was at my parents' house, and there is a clip that I will insert here of those books that I did. So this was filmed in the past. Welcome to Past Me.
Hi, so it's Cara, and I don't even need to do an intro because I'm going to cut into this clip. There is music going in the background, so I'm sorry if you can hear that. I've shut all the doors, but my family are listening to music, so hopefully that doesn't come up on the thing, because I don't want it to. No, it's not what I want. It's just in the background. I can't help it. Okay, let's get started. Yes. First off, we'll give the big clump over and through with. I've had these on lay-by for a long time, and I finally got around to picking them up. I have kind of talked about them before, but I will mention it again because I already have the latest book in this series because I've given it as a gift, and this is the rest of the series because I didn't have any of the rest. So let's go really quick. So we have Iron Number 4 by Pittacus Law. If you can't guess, it's the whole series. The Power of 6. The Rise of 9. The Fall of 5. And I already had the Revenge of 7. And I also have The Lost Files Hidden Enemy and The Lost Files The Legacies. So there is all the scandal associated with these, and I don't like that at all. But I had these on lay-by before then, so obviously I had to finalise the lay-by. I couldn't just cancel it, especially seeing it's with my own employer, so I felt really bad I couldn't just cancel it. So I'm not totally... I probably won't read these for a long time. It could be years before I get around to them. I think I'll really enjoy the story, but I don't want to enjoy it. It's kind of tainted them for me, but I've bought them because I felt like I had to, because I had originally wanted to buy them before I knew about the scandal, and they were already on lay-by, so yeah. I won't go into what the scandal was. You can Google that, James Frey and Full 5. I just, yeah. So I picked those up, because I'm at home, obviously, so I was doing my I'm at home at my parents' house, let's do some book buying. But I also bought 3 other books, which I'm much more excited about. In fact, I've already read one of them. And off goes the phone. Okay, so I've already read one of them, and I'm halfway through reading another one of them, and I'll probably, as soon as I'm going on to the next one. I'm really excited for all of these. So let's go through them now. I will talk about them more in my wrap-up, I'm sure, but we'll quickly show you what they are. So first we have The Disreputable History of Frankie Landau Banks by E. Lockhart. This is her first novel? Second novel? First novel, it doesn't tell me. It doesn't say if she has any other stuff. Maybe it does at the back. Nope. Oh, it does say 8 YA novels. Okay, not her first novel. Okay then, I don't know. E. Lockhart wrote We Were Liars. I liked that. I really enjoyed it. I didn't see the twist coming, unlike some people, which seemed to be the defining factor as to whether you liked it or not, whether you saw the twist coming. I didn't. I liked it. And I'd heard quite a bit about this one, and this seemed so up my alley. Like, boarding schools, pretentious teenagers, I am all there for that. And this was good. I really enjoyed this. I gave it 5 stars, but that's for my wrap-up, isn't it? This isn't a wrap-up. This is a haul. As follows. Frankie, who's a sophomore, yes, 15-year-old, at a boarding school, and she's dealing with boys and the fact that it's an old rich boarding school, which she doesn't particularly like. And all the old boys' problems, and she essentially becomes a bit of a criminal mastermind. So this was hilarious. I loved it. Entirely what I wanted. So yeah, it's not a wrap up, but pick this up because this is practically becoming a wrap up. Read it. I really enjoyed it, and I'm so glad I bought it. Then we have Speaking in Bones by Kathy Rags. This is what I'm currently reading while I'm filming this, though you won't see this for so long in the future. I may have even wrapped up by the time that you actually see this. And this is, what am I still showing you that bit for? You know I'm reading it. This is the 18th novel in the Temperance Brennan series. I love them all. You can see them right behind my head, right there. Ooh, right there. This is following the case of these bones that have been unidentified for a while, and a private detective web sleuth kind of thing comes to Dr. Brennan saying, I know who they are, and then things go down. Like, things go seriously down, and I'll talk more about this in my wrap up, but I'm really enjoying it so far. And then I picked up Uprooted by Naomi Novik. Oh, isn't this so gorgeous? Like, seriously, this cover is a piece of art. Like, the whole thing. It is so gorgeous. I'm concerned, though, because I feel like I'm going to have to bend the spine to read it. And I don't want to because the spine's so gorgeous, but it's probably going to happen because I nearly, depending on how floppy the book is, I generally break spines. Like, there's something I have here that I've definitely broken the spine on. I've broken the spine on a lot of things, let's be real. Like all of these, which I read when I was a lot younger, spine's broken. What else? Narnia, up there, spine's broken. Anything that's not floppy enough, I have this thing with needing the book to open far enough, and if the spine doesn't allow it, I'm going to crack it, and it just happens. So these couple of ones I've been reading, luckily, have been relatively floppy, so I haven't had to crack the spine because they flop enough anyway. But this is a lot less floppy, so I can see me cracking the spine of this, and it kind of saddens me, but I know it's going to happen. I know I can't avoid it because I'm the worst. This follows a girl called Agnieszka, and it's set in Poland, I'm pretty sure, or it's based on a Polish tale. Were you coming to tell me something, or just grab me something from the kitchen? Yeah, so this follows Agnieszka. I'm not good at Polish pronunciations. And it's, Polish, based on a Polish fairy tale, like, it says in the front, like, stuff like Baba Yaga and things like that. And Kasha, Agnieszka and Kasha are two friends, and there's a dragon in the village, or a guy called Dragon in the village, and every 10 years, he takes a servant, one of the girls from the village, to live with him in his little lighthouse thing, I think. And Agnieszka's sure it is going to be Kasha, and it's not. It's that's taken, and that's like the start. And apparently, it goes insane from there. And I'm so excited to read this. It's a standalone fantasy, and apparently, it really does wrap up like a standalone, which is what I want. I want a fantasy that I know I'm done with. So yeah, I am really excited about this. I am, so keen for this. I can't even explain how keen I am for this. It is literally what I'm going to be reading straight after I finish this, which is hopefully today, because I don't have much left of this. I am so keen. No words.
Next, I bought. So then I got this assignment for class, which is the worst thing you ever want to do. And it's a group assignment where we've got to analyse a fictional portrayal of crime and justice in the media. And so I was given the private investigator Philip Marlowe, who was written by Raymond Chandler, which is a series of books, but there's also movies, but a series of books. So obviously I picked up a couple of the books. So I got The Long Goodbye and Playback. The Long Goodbye is way bigger than Playback. I have already read Playback. That's my wrap up. Haven't started The Long Goodbye yet. But the group assignments are like ongoing assignments, so I still probably have time to read this before the assignment's due. So these are about Philip Marlowe, a private investigator, and they're all individually separated stories. These are books 6 and 7 in the series, because they had the store at the time, but it's all good because these are like super cheap. They're like $9 each, which is like super cheap for books in Australia because they're Penguin Classics, and although they don't look pretty, they're cheap. So I don't mind, and I will attempt to collect the rest of this series because I've read Playback and I quite enjoy it. It was quite good. Then it was my birthday at the start of August, and I didn't get that many books. I did get a book voucher for Amazon, which meant that it has to ship from America, so it's still on its way, because I didn't order it till like a week ago, and it's still like a week and a half away because of long-term shipping. But one of my other friends also bought me 3 books. She's still waiting on the 3rd one to arrive, but I have 2 in my possession here. So the first one is Solitaire by Alice Osman, something like that. I'm sorry. I know it, it's one or the other. I'm just horrible at pronunciations. And this is a contemporary. Alice was still in high school when she wrote this. And it follows a bunch of kids in high school, and the main character Tori keeps a blog, and it had a lot of rave reviews, and I'm so excited to read it. This is I hope I get to read this month because it looks so good. And the second book she got me was Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. This cover is the most gorgeous thing you've ever seen. Really, look at it. It's gorgeous. This is a post-apocalyptic novel. I don't really know that much about it. End of the world, and they're a performing troupe of actors and musicians. I've heard good reviews, really that's all it is. It sounds fascinating, and post-apocalyptic novels always catch my attention, and it's been getting rave reviews, so I had to ask her to get it for me. I essentially gave her a short list of things I was interested in reading but didn't own yet, and she came back to me with some books, which is very lovely of her. Thank you, Darcy. You are amazing. I love you. So I'm very excited to read this. I would like to read this very soon too because it's catching my attention. And then when I was in Kmart hunting around for the final book in this book haul, I came across a few other books which I had had on my radar, and they were relatively cheap, so I picked them up. First of all, we have Legacy of Kings by Eleanor Herman. That was my phone going off. This is a fantasy, high fantasy. It looks amazing. The cover is just stunning. Purple, I love purple. So royalty. And Eleanor Herman is a non-fiction historical writer normally, so I feel like she knows her stuff, which is kind of what everyone's been saying. I know Jillian from Bookish and Nerdy had an arc of this, and I think she read it and enjoyed it, and it looks so good. This looks so good. It also came with a prequel novella, which I got on my iPad. So I'm very excited to read this too because I'm feeling right into fantasy at the moment, and this just looks totally up my alley. I don't know that many plot details, to be honest, but I trust someone who knows their shit. I think it has Alexander the Great style stuff, Persia, historical fiction fantasy, which is just come at me. And then I got You by Caroline Kepnes. This is a thriller along the lines of in the Gone Girl craze, of course. I read Night Film, which is kind of latched into that craze as well. Modern thrillers. They're just psychological thrillers. This one is in second person throughout the whole book. I have heard wonderful things. I was going to say I don't know that much about it, but really, with a psychological thriller, you shouldn't know that much about it going in. But I've heard some really great things. Everyone says it's amazing. I know that Lainey from Ginger Reads Lainey read it and enjoyed it. Riley from Riley Marie something read it and enjoyed it. And yeah, I want to read it. I very much want to read it. So I may get to this soon too, depending on books I pick up in September. So we'll see. Finally, the creme de la creme. The reason this book haul is so late. It's not even that late. I'm filming it late, whereas normally I'm just uploading late. Is Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. It's Maas, apparently. Oh, and I'm getting a message. This is a beast. It's like half the size of my head. Thick. It's huge. And I'm so excited about this. I'm like 3 chapters in. I don't even care. I'm literally... It is almost midnight. I'm going to probably edit my wrap-up, which I haven't done yet. And then... Oh, people are texting me. And then maybe edit this, seeing it depending on how quick I can do the thing. Maybe I'll edit this and then upload the other one. We'll see. But then I will attempt to read this, even though technically I have stuff to do tomorrow and I should be going to sleep. But I don't care. Because Queen of Shadows. Who cares about sleep when there's Queen of Shadows? This is obviously, the 4th book in the Throne of Glass series following Selena Sardothien, who is an assassin. And shit just gets real from then on. And I'm very excited to see who I'm going to ship over from this, because every book, it becomes a different person. And I want to know. I just want to know. Even the prequel novellas were a different person. Like... They give you the feels, man. The feels. So, I'm obviously reading this now. Literally, I haven't read anything. I read nothing yesterday because I couldn't get my hands on this till today. And I didn't want to start anything else because I knew I would drop it for this. Like, I could have started Solitaire. I could have started Legacy of Kings because I had that. I bought that yesterday. I could have started You. I could have started Station 11. I did none of that. I just did nothing in anticipation of this. Productivity, but I did write a couple of essays today, so before I picked this up, an essay and a half, so I was semi-productive, and I'm still popular, yay! Yes. So these and the other books you saw, let's come back a bit, because I've got to get in frame. This is like one half of the book haul, and you've seen the other half. These are the books I bought in August. I did a lot of book spending in August. Technically, Legacy of Kings, You, and Queen of Shadows were technically bought in September, so hopefully my September buying month will be really short. I have 2 books which I've already bought, which are on their way, and then the 3rd book from Darcy will hopefully arrive in September, and then I'll probably buy a few more books while I'm home for Father's Day, but that should hopefully be it by way of book buying in September. So I should hopefully only have like, what, 2, 3, like 5 or 6 books compared to like, what, the like 16 that I had this month, which is ridiculous. I don't even know how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many did I have from elsewhere? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16 books all up. I was right. That is so upsetting. I don't even care books. I love them. So thank you for watching. I'll see you soon with another video. I may be horrible at coming up with anything, but I feel so limited with my little bookshelf I have here. So I want to do tags, but I want to do tags about things that I don't have with me. So I'm still popular. Thank you for watching. I will see you soon with another video, and comment down below if you've read any of these, specifically the ones I said I was really keen for, because I'm really keen for them. And I will see you soon. Bye!